Christopher Columbus when he said the world was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound. They all laughed at Wilbur and his brother when they said that men could fly. They told Marconi,
welcome to the Fresh Squeeze Podcast.
It's the same old cry.
Welcome to the Fresh Squeeze Podcast, everybody. I can't believe it's not butter. I am joined today by Schloobs, Jason, Dylan, David, and Dylan.
Yay.
Yeah.
We're just pointing at each other.
Stand up.
So apologies, we had some technical difficulties we've been working through, and we're not going to be able to see a live Dave, but he is alive, and
very much so.
Yes. So we've got a really neat episode today. We're going to be talking about some of the best / greatest April Fools, and or just pranks in general of all time.
Okay.
What do you think of that, Mike, specifically?
Well, I think we should dedicate this episode to Will Smith growing a pair of balls.
Yeah, I was just going to say we might have to just do a complete pivot since you mentioned that. We're just going to have to dedicate the whole episode to Will Smith.
Okay.
As well, that's what everybody's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
yeah.
Made him do it, so it's kind of the opposite, isn't it?
That's what I was kind of
I'm with
thinking.
Schloobs on that one.
His
I
balls
really
are very
am.
much still in her clutch.
Yeah, she let him borrow them for a little bit.
Once in a while. I mean, like what you didn't see on cam when they cut back to Chris Rock after it, you saw her sneer. She's like, and then like when the camera cut away, she reached into her purse, pulled out his balls, handed them to him, and said, "Use them."
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he laughing at the joke himself too before that? If I remember correctly, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And so like,
He was,
so how do you how do you go from like I'm laughing to like how do you go from like I'm laughing at this joke to I'm gonna walk up on stage and on live television and just completely bitch slap somebody like?
Well, that's one point of argument that people have been making. Like a lot of folks have been saying that that's not a haha, that was funny laugh. That's a haha, I'm gonna kick your ass laugh. But no, if you watch the video, you can see joy on his face.
Oh yeah, he was enjoying that.
Yeah.
He thought it was funny as hell.
You see his wife's face turn to fucking murder, and then she probably stared daggers at him, and he turned and looked at her and was like, "Ah, fuck."
Yeah, he got the infamous look, the look of death.
Yep.
But the comment that I'll make is just, that was kind of, in my opinion, a trap that was already built into her mind, because G.I. Jane's a badass, dude. Why is she really even gonna fucking give a fuck about that? Like,
did you see?
Hey, you got an issue, whatever. But if somebody called me, I guess I'm a guy, but I'm just saying, put myself into the shoes there. Somebody calls me G.I. Jane, it's like, damn, I must be a fucking badass.
Did you see the hairdresser that did the G.I. Jane look for Demi Moore?
No.
Said she didn't understand why she was mad about it, why Jada had an issue with it. She thought that it was supposed to be empowering. And
Kinda.
But then she also brought up the fact
that's the theme of that whole movie. It's like, women can do this too.
She also brought up the fact that she didn't know that she had I'm going to butcher this, methia, or however you say it. Alopecia, yeah.
Where'd you get an M out of that?
I couldn't even remember exactly what the word was. I was guessing. But anyways, I knew it started with an A. I knew it started with an A. I knew like how it ended. But anyways.
The last thing that I will say about it, I'm not going to just leave it and don't discuss it. So if you want to say something, go ahead. But here it is. Do we know that Chris Rock, in fact, knew that she had alopecia?
He said he didn't.
He did not know that. So I'm just saying.
I mean, it wasn't hugely public knowledge because Jada Pinkett Smith is not exactly a huge public figure.
Yeah, I mean, and also HIPAA. I mean,
if somebody came to me and said I have alopecia, I'd be like, "What the fuck is that?" I'd have to Google it, and then I'd find out
it sounds delicious.
It's male pattern baldness for women, basically.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
kind of.
I mean, if you think about the cultural like environment that we're in today, like you could probably say something that you totally did not mean anything as a microaggression, and people can totally make that into something like completely demonized, and then boom, your whole career is ruined.
That's what I was going to say. Is that the thing that kind of annoys me about it? Hi, Kenzie. Is that if he didn't know that, then she's literally one of those people that just like makes her like she has what is it called main character syndrome, where it's like, what, everybody needs to know that I have fucking alopecia, and if you say anything about my hair, I'm going to assume you're making fun of my alopecia. It's like, you know, with me and ADD, if I'm staring off into the distance and somebody's so like, what are you staring at there, guy? And I'm just so like, fuck you for bringing out my fucking ADD, you son of a bitch, and slap him in the face. Like, come on, dude. I get that, hey, not everybody's perfect, but that's the hindsight's 2020 thing for me. It's just, if you have an issue, okay, it's okay to have an issue and be sensitive about that. But if somebody clearly doesn't know, you're just essentially making your issue the main thing, and not just like having some empathy and saying, hey, Chris Rock doesn't know about your fucking alopecia.
Jason, since you're not using TikTok, really, the whole platform is just filthy, dirty, messy with things about Will Smith. All sorts of fucking assumptions as to what happened. There's even people, like a couple of professional wrestlers posted on there, and they pointed out that Chris Rock's, like his body language was basically the same thing that they would use in wrestling when they were about to take a smack.
Yeah, I think it was all a setup, man. That's just me.
Yeah.
One thing I did see was that Chris Rock is starting a tour for comedy like yesterday. And his ticket prices were at like $40, and now they're over $1,000 because people want to hear what happened.
Yeah. See, I was seriously thinking maybe they're coming out with another Bad Boys movie, and they, took Martin Lawrence out and put Chris Rock in or something. I mean, it was just, I saw it, and the way he just sit there and he flinched and he braced himself for a hit. Granted, he was fixing to get hit, so most people do, but I mean, to me, it just seemed like sad because how many times do men get made fun of because we're going bald?
A lot.
You know what I'm saying, but you can't do that to especially to Jada Smith. But
you can't really see Will Smith's face as he's walking up to him. So I mean, he probably had kind of that look of like, I'm about to slap the shit out of you, because I don't think he was walking up there with a smile.
But he was walking away with one.
Yeah, he was.
Well, I was just saying,
I saw that too.
You can tell with, well, I mean, it's hard to not walk away with a smile because let's just make the comment. Chris Rock took like a very stoic fucking stance to getting slapped in the fucking face. Like, you can clearly tell that guy's been slapped a few times in his life. He's just like, well, here we go again, boys. And he just took her straight to the chin, man.
Here we go again.
I saw an interview with Chris Rock following the incident, and he had mentioned that he got beat up a lot as a kid, like by family, friends, bullies. He was assaulted in so many different ways, emotionally, mentally, sexually, all that.
Yikes.
And he one time just unloaded on a bully and ended up, that bully now has a permanent drool or something.
Wow.
And he started going to counseling to learn how to kind of keep that in. So he doesn't unload on somebody again, something to that effect. So,
namaste.
I mean, I can see namaste, exactly,
Namaste.
but I can kind of see it. But what do you say we watch some fucking pranks instead of the prank that the Oscars pulled on everybody in the world?
I was just gonna say, we have to make just everybody give your 2 cents here. Was that a prank? No. If you say it's staged, I'm saying it.
I call it staged. I'm calling staged now. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Because I mean, the same thing happened with Sacha Baron Cohen and Eminem during like the MTV Awards. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about.
For comedy effect. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That one I know.
Sacha Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen's hysterical.
I know that one was staged, and I'm not that surprised. Go ahead, sorry.
Everybody thought it was serious, but...
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Everybody thought it was serious until they came out and said, no, we staged that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just wouldn't surprise me none if they come out and said, oh, yeah, we staged that to try to make the award show relevant again because ain't nobody watching us.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Very true.
Well, I think that
one final note, if Chris Rock were really wanting to make fun of Jada Pinkett Smith for something, he could have made fun of her terrible nu metal band that she was in.
What?
You guys didn't know she was in a metal band?
No.
What metal band was this?
Specifically,
Wicked Wisdom.
New metal band?
As in
they performed in Wicked Wisdom. Yeah, NU. Wicked Wisdom was the band, and they performed in Ozfest like 2005, I think.
Really?
Just a bunch of
Ozfest. Yeah.
Just a bunch of songs of her doing like that David Dramian
well, she was trying.
You got to pull that shit up on YouTube, bro.
The chat's moving. The
chat is moving.
It's slow. So I think that we're fired up a little bit, and because of that, I think that just some nice ocean waves will just kind of just give us a calming feeling.
Is this a Jada music video?
No, it's just some nice waves.
What's this? Some new metal.
We're gonna have to namaste. You can kind of om if you want. Om. All right, let's give her a look.
Let's wait for it to.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Fucking got him. Okay.
Next time,
everybody calm.
Person, I'm gonna shit in your pants.
It's everybody calm down.
The viewer count just dropped to 0.
So let's get into the actual episode. Sorry for the few minutes tangent on what everybody's talking about, but we do have a topic for today. Would you want to lead us off with that, Mike?
Absolutely, I can. We have some pranks. Some excellent, awesome pranks.
Okay. What do you got for the first
history,
one?
No less.
Is this the first prank ever?
The BBC spaghetti harvest in Ticino. I know very little about it. I'm going into this one blind. I didn't want to learn about everything here because I don't want to know everything going into everything.
I know a little bit about it, but I think the video kind of speaks for itself. So let's give this one a look. This is, I looked at a bunch of pranks. And I was specifically looking for kind of like the best of all time or the most known. And this one was pretty well at the top, like on multiple websites. So let's give her a look.
It isn't only in Britain that spring this year has taken everyone by surprise. Here, in the Ticino, on the borders of Switzerland and Italy, the slopes overlooking Lake Lugano have already burst into flower, at least a fortnight earlier than usual. But what, you may ask, has the early and welcome arrival of bees and blossom to do with food? Well, it's simply that the past winter, one of the mildest in living memory, has had its effect in other ways as well. Most important of all, it's resulted in an exceptionally heavy spaghetti crop. The last 2 weeks of March are an anxious time for the spaghetti farm. There's always the chance of a late frost, which, while not entirely...
Spaghetti trees.
I'm just saying, this is old enough that there's tons of people that saw this. They're like, what?
The BBC would never lie to us.
They didn't have, Wikipedia or anything. They're just like, damn, I had no idea.
Do we know that this isn't just edited to look old, or?
No, I mean, that would be...
Is this an old video? Or...
That would be a pretty good prank, but let's finish this out. We got about a minute left.
The crop generally impairs the flavor and makes it difficult for him to obtain top prices in world markets. But now these dangers are over, and the spaghetti harvest goes forward. Spaghetti cultivation here in Switzerland is not, of course, carried out on anything like the tremendous scale of the Italian industry. Many of you, I'm sure, will have seen pictures of the vast spaghetti plantations in the Po Valley. For the Swiss, however, it tends to be more of a family affair. Another reason why this may be a bumper year lies in the virtual disappearance of the spaghetti weevil, the tiny creature whose depredations have caused much concern in the past. After picking, the spaghetti is laid out to dry in the warm alpine sun. Many people are often puzzled by the fact that spaghetti is produced at such uniform length. But this is the result of many years of patient endeavor by plant breeders who've succeeded in producing the perfect spaghetti. And now, the harvest is marked by a traditional meal.
Am I missing something in the rule book
Toasts
here?
to the new crop are drunk in...
What was that?
Am I missing something in the rule book here? You have to dry spaghetti? What?
Yeah.
I mean, when it grows,
a little ass backwards.
when it grows, I mean, they got to go through and prepare it. They got to like dry it out and make it straight.
Especially if you had a rainy season, you know.
Come here.
Well, I'm just saying there's like a whole meme that's been going around for a while now where it's like you wet the dries and then you dry the wets or whatever. Like, anyway, we're almost done with this one.
These poccolinos, and then the waiters enter bearing the ceremonial dish, and it is of course spaghetti, picked earlier in the day, dried in the sun, and so brought fresh from garden to table at the very peak of condition. For those who love this dish, there's nothing like real homegrown spaghetti.
There you go.
So I just want to mention a little known fact. Marshall Mathers, his mother, was also a spaghetti farmer.
Oh.
Mm.
Mom's spaghetti. I see where that lyric came from.
You know, another interesting fact is that the reason that Mom's spaghetti was on a sweater already is because it was just too ripe. They left it on the tree for too long, and he just couldn't handle it. Spaghetti, if you leave it on for too long on the tree, it gets a little bitter. And especially if you're trying to throw down rhymes, it's just, you're going to get acid reflux. I mean, it's a whole thing.
We need to get you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are joined tonight by our wonderful mascot, Little Lily. Kitten.
Oh, Chesney, Sylvia, Coda, somebody. Anybody? Oh,
Cat,
crying for help.
Get your conch horn. Cat team assemble. All right.
He's assembling Voltron.
Yeah. So
time to summon the Heber clan.
Any further comments on the spaghetti harvesting? Do we want to?
What do you think?
This is the works of the flying spaghetti monster.
I was literally going to yell, "This is bullshit!" when they were saying this was in Switzerland, and then they mentioned the Italian market, and I was like, okay, as at least they brought it up.
Yeah, they better acknowledge the Italians. Come on,
hey,
guys.
anything's possible through the power of the flying spaghetti monster.
I'm going to say, just because it's a bit older, that actually aired in 1957.
Jesus.
I think that's the reason so by today's standards, not that great of a prank, but I'm just saying, like, by those days' standards, yeah, like, there's definitely some people that fucking fell for that look, line, and sinker,
even
man.
by today's standards, man, people will believe anything that fucking Alex Jones tells them. So
I feel really bad about those frogs. I feel bad for them.
Gay.
So just random fact.
I used to listen to that dude every day.
Wow.
It got to the point. It got to the point I wanted to dig a hole, like hide in it, because I thought everybody was after me. I mean, I had to stop listening to him. I was going insane.
Dang.
So I just want to mention, I've already told Jason this, but so the guy who used to own the house that I own right now or live in, his name was Alexander Jones. So I occasionally get mail for an Alex Jones.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, God damn it.
You should actually post about it, like on TikTok or something. Hold up the letter and be like, "Hey, this is addressed to Alex Jones. Could somebody get a hold of him for me, please?"
Yeah. Did you see that he got turned down? That's actually, we weren't planning on talking about Alex Jones, but he recently tried to settle with the Sandy Hook families and that, and they turned him down.
Got rejected.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're hella mad.
Yeah.
Why would you try to tell people that was all set up? Like,
Yeah.
and he did the same thing with a shooting that happened at a concert in London or something. I have very fuzzy memory on that, but he tried to say, yeah, the ones who got killed were staging it, and they're actually liberal. Like, are you fucking serious right now?
He's
a little unhinged, but
no shit, he is.
I mean, I assume most of you have seen the multiple episodes he was on Joe Rogan, because I actually did watch through those entire 3-hour episodes. I could not watch his show on a regular basis. He's just too much. He's way over the top in general, just his personality. Go ahead.
I got one for you here. Any of you guys know the comedian Doug Stanhope?
Yep.
Can't say I've heard of him.
Okay. Well, he hosted the reboot of The Man Show after Jimmy Kimmel and Adam Carolla left it. But either way, he was doing a live comedy show somewhere in Texas, and he had Alex Jones as his opener. And he's like, "Hey, before I get up on stage, I got Alex here." And no, Kinsey, it's RC. RC is superior to Coke in every way. Anyway, he invites Alex Jones on stage. Alex Jones comes up, tells a couple of okay jokes. Then he starts going on a tirade about how our soldiers are being killed for oligarchs' money. And it just doesn't stop for like 20 straight minutes. He's just up there being an angry man. And then Doug comes back out. He's like, okay, Alex, that was great. Everybody clap for Alex. All right, go on backstage. I'll talk to you later. And then he goes on with the comedy show. Jesus.
Jeez. So the next one that we're going to show
my hair
is The Curious Case of Sid Finch. Does anybody know anything about this?
Sid Finch, huh? Wasn't he the bad guy on Toy Story?
No.
I'm not entirely sure.
I mean,
that kid's name was Sid, right?
Yeah, I think so. But okay, so I got just an article for this one. So I'm just going to pop up a little kind of thumbnail here for us to look at while I read through this.
Looks like Andy Rockwell fucked Alfred E. Newman.
So
it looks like a prank.
I wonder what Just Bats sells.
I'm not sure. Probably just bats, I imagine, but you never know these days.
Like, imagine if it's called Just Bats and you go to one of their outlet stores and it's like a Mexican restaurant.
I'm just gonna say we can debunk that it's the Sid from Toy Story, because of course he's not a 3D model, but
he kind of looks like a 3D model. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I guess.
Have you seen Sid's teeth from Toy Story? That could honestly be like
that could very well be him. And he looks like he tortures toys just for fun.
So this article was written that I'm reading from in 2014. So keep that in mind when it dates itself. So it says 25 years ago from 2014, the April 1st issue of Sports Illustrated hit the stands. Within the covers of that magazine was an article written by the illustrious George Plimpton. Does anybody know who that is?
Nobody's got a hilarious name.
I'm not the only one. Okay. The article described his experiences with the New York Mets. It's getting a little personal, guys. I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Experiences.
And their new top secret baseball discovery. It's getting worse. All right. The article was titled The Curious Case of Sid Finch, with a subtitle, He's a Pitcher, Part Yogi and Part Recluse. Impressively liberated from our opulent lifestyle, Sid's deciding about yoga and his future in baseball. So it goes on to say, for the astute reader, the subtitle was The Key to Unraveling the Mystery. The first letter of each word spelled out HAPPYAPRILFOOLS Day. So April Fool's Day. Of course, very few got this, which made the subsequent article even more intriguing. I did look at the article, and this is a article on the article. I'm not reading through that whole article. It is like we'd be here for a solid 20 minutes of me reading. So I'll post that after I get done with this segment. If somebody really wants to read through it, by all means. I'm not a big enough baseball fan to do that. But anyway, so George Plimpton described a young pitching phenom whom the New York Mets had discovered. The player was capable of throwing a baseball over 160 miles per hour. Whew, that's fast. We got a quote here. It says, "I never dreamed a baseball could be thrown that fast. The wrist must have a lot to do with it and all that leverage. You can hardly see the blur of it as it goes by. As for hitting the thing, frankly, I just don't think it's humanly possible. You could send a blind man up there and maybe he'd do better hitting the sound of the thing." So his workouts and whereabouts were cloaked in secrecy, and the story built quite an interest, due in part to the references Plimpton used. He quoted people from Harvard, where Finch supposedly went to school. He described an extensive background of how Finch evolved as a human being. He's like a Pokemon at this point, including discussions with doctors and New York Mets personnel. The Mets fueled the validity of the story by playing along. Then pitching coach Mel Stottlemyre described his interactions with the fictional Finch, and even the Mets ownership group went along with it. The story was strange enough that you knew it had to be fake, but there was just enough reality thrown at it that you had to wonder in the back of your mind whether it was true. Sports Illustrated received over 2,000 inquiries, I'm surprised it was that low, about Sid Finch, and kept the story going for a week by announcing that he had disappeared from the Mets spring training facility and left the country. Man, they milked this one for a while. It would be another 2 weeks before they finally confessed the story was an elaborate April Fool's joke. Plimpton, who had authored the story, would expand upon the tale, writing a book that would be released 2 years later. The curious case of Sid Finch had now lasted the test of time. It remains a classic prank for baseball fans everywhere, even a quarter of a century after it first appeared in print. So I guess that explains why there was so much in the original article, is there's an actual book that came about of it. So what do you think? As good as the previous one? Worse? Better? Womp womp. Not any sports fans. Better.
I mean, I'm into football. I mean, I tried to get into baseball before, and just I was even in a junior league before, like when I was like 6 or something. And it just baseball.
By football, you mean soccer, right?
No, I'm talking. I'm talking.
I mean hand egg.
Football.
So, like, do I look European, motherfucker?
These guys, the Packers.
homie does look a little bit like the Wish version of Steve Buscemi.
There you go.
I see
dude that plays
point.
Right?
All right, so Mike.
To be fair, Steve Buscemi looks like the Wish version of Steve Buscemi. So, but
right,
that is true.
Steve Buscemi always looks like a guy pretending to act like Steve Buscemi.
It's Buscemi.
Is it?
Yeah,
because sure. I don't believe that.
I have mispronounced something on air before, and you corrected me. So maybe this is another chance.
It could be.
It's become like a tradition for at least one of us to do that now.
There you go. So,
all right,
Mike, you've got another prank for us.
I sure do. It's where you take a TV the size of an eraser, you put it on a table, just add water, voila, instant color TV.
There you go.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's what it's about? Because that's a little different than the one I'm looking at.
Yes.
You're giving me a surprise there, Mike.
Well, April Fools.
Got him.
Yeah.
So I just want to I'm just going to let chat know that there's literally, I'm going to show this video while Mike reads through in English what was said, but just know that this is in a completely different language that none of us speak. So it's going to be silent for the stream, but Mike's going to kind of read through what they're talking about here.
Should I put on the cheesy 50s announcer voice?
Yeah, only if you want to.
Okay, I'm gonna
do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Hang on a second here. Hang on. Okay. We hope you have the implements you need for the color TV experiment handy. A nylon stocking, a pair of scissors, and a roll of adhesive tape. Over to our technical expert, Kjell Stenson. As you probably know, there is a lot of interest in the problem of color television all over the world. Research is currently being carried out in America, the Grand Soviet Union, Japan, and other places. I find it remarkable when, about 1 month ago, a suggestion was, I'm not going to do this anymore, unexpectedly presented to me how this problem could be solved, which had the advantage of extreme simplicity compared to the high-tech solutions.
Hold on. I just want to say to the secret people in chat, you get $5 because he quit around the same time that you said that he was going to quit. So just thought I would announce that real quick.
I mean, I do a lot of funny voices, but either way.
You should have said gifted subs, Jason, not $5.
Oh, just screwed yourself out.
I know I'm just going to say I know this person in real life, so just throw him a $5.
Rip your wallet.
All right. Like all great leaps of progress, it was based on the very elementary idea and did not demand more knowledge about optics and physics than what's taught in basic school. We all know that white light consists of a mixture of the whole spectrum, and white light can be split up by simply using a prism. We've seen this diagram in school. Put a prism in the way of a ray of white light, and the white light gets separated into all the colors of the spectrum, all the rainbow colors, beginning with red, orange, and so on, all the way down to violet. The term is color dispersion. It's also possible to achieve color dispersion by other means, which I will show you in the next picture. 2 slits are made on an opaque wall, and light is shown through them. The holes then act as 2 separate light sources. Depending on the distance to the opposite wall, the different color components of the white light will reinforce or suppress each other, and this will cause an impression of color. Now, this is 2 slits only, and the idea of suggestion was to cover the TV screen with some kind of raster, a kind of a grid composed of multiple slits. The man who suggested this, a resident of Brockstahus, of Landskrona, Paul Arne Utmeister, came up with the idea that a nylon stocking could be used, or very fine mesh curtain cloth, which would simply be put over the screen, thus creating such a raster. I have done precisely that with the monitor here in the studio. I've covered it with a stocking. That's why I asked you to have a nylon stocking, a scissors, and a roll of tape handy. It's essentially that it's fine meshed should you try something larger. I've made an experiment with this athletic undershirt, and clearly the holes are too large for the effect to appear. However, if you put it up, and if you don't have time to do it during this program, spelled with an E, you can do it later. You will see this picture of me suddenly appear in color. Like I said earlier, the viewing distance is of the utmost importance. You should experiment with moving closer and further away from the set to get the correct color impression. In order to assist you, we have prepared a calibration card. Image, white, red, yellow, green, blue, and black. Now move your head very carefully. The necessary movements are very small. When this spectrum appears, you have found the correct position. If you're too far away, the red color may disappear. If you're too close, the green color may go away. The result could be disastrous. For instance, our female announcers, who are beautiful blondes, may appear red-haired, which may be somewhat disconcerting for them. This is still in a very preliminary phase. I've been in contact with television industry, which, needless to say, is very enthusiastic about this. They will engineer a kind of frame with tightening screws that allows you to fine-tune the distance, and it will naturally be available in very pleasing designs. If you now see this color range, white, red, yellow, green, blue, and black, perhaps not in the absolute correct nuances, but approximately, you will enjoy the following little film immensely. It's a video color recording of different flowers, which I find to be a breathtaking symphony in color. We would appreciate hearing your views. Please write us and let us know how this experiment turned out.
Yay. So I just wanted to note that the timing was we didn't rehearse that. Like the timing was pretty decent until roughly about the end. But this is one of those again.
I was reading that off of a Google Doc, and I couldn't have my stream up at the time as well. So,
well, I'm just saying the timing was surprisingly kind of on point.
That was a good Russian accent. That was good.
Actually, it was pretty fucking bad if you hear real Russians.
Right.
If you couldn't see the video during that and you were still like in time with the video, that was actually kind of impressive, honestly.
That
was a good job.
See the video at all. I really couldn't.
If you go back and you watch, like my eyebrows kept going. I'm just like, dang, Mike, are you watching this right now? Like anyway.
Not, oh well, I feel accomplished.
Yeah. Hey, might want to quit your day job, man. It was that good.
Hell no, I love my day job. I get to yell at boomers.
Hey, there we go. So I'm just saying the thing that I find specifically funny and thought it was worth sharing on that one is that it's old enough that you know that many people in fact actually got completely pranked there. Like they pulled out the nylon stocking and they're just imagine like I'm almost imagining a scene from F is Family. I don't know if you've seen that, but
F is for Family, yes.
F is for Family, where he's like talking to his wife. Oh yeah, I saw this video. You just do this and it'll,
I saw it on a video.
Anyway.
I fucking love Bill Burr in any way, shape, or form he presents anything. He is just amazing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay,
so this one's mine. And yeah, we're just going to take a look at it. Apparently,
before we begin, this is my little guy, Chesney. This, in case you're all wondering who this was.
Aww.
Kitty.
Yep.
Like little Keith.
This is my tiger. Yep. He's my boy, aren't you, buddy?
So,
but okay?
This one here was I guess a thing that Google went and did in 2011. They decided to kind of like throw out that they're supposedly making a juice line or whatever that is called the Google Gulp. And the only reason we see it right now, you can probably see this little message at the top of the screen, is they archived it. So I'm going to read this out real quick. It says, at Google, our mission is to organize the world's information, make it useful and accessible to our users. But any piece of information usefulness derives to a depressing degree from cognitive ability of the user who's using it. That's what we're pleased to announce Google Gulp Beta TM with Auto Drink TM limited release, a line of smart drinks designed to maximize your surfing efficiency by making you more intelligent and less thirsty. I mean, they've got me sold.
They're giving up on this in a year though. Like.
Oh, for sure.
Think a DNA
they
scanner.
They made a lot of money. They could have done like contracts with schools and stuff.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm loving the names on those drinks. Beta carotene, glutamate grape, sugar-free radical, zero tonic water.
Think a DNA scanner embedded in the lip of your bottle, reading all 3 gigabytes of your base pair genetic data in a fraction of seconds. Fine-tuning your individual hormonal cocktail in real time using your patented Auto Drink trademarked technology, and slamming a truckload of electrolytic neurotransmitter smart drug stimulants past the blood-brain barrier to achieve maximum optimization of your soon-to-be grateful cerebral cortex. Plus, it's low in carbs. All right. And
gluten-free.
Something here on Wish.
And
vegan.
With flavors ranging from beta carotene to glutamate grape, you'll never run out of ways to quench your thirst for knowledge. How to get gulped? You can pick up your own supply of this limited release product simply by turning in a used gulp cap at your local grocery store. How to get a gulp cap? Well, if you know someone who's already been gulped, they can give you one. And if you don't know anyone who can give you one, don't worry. That just means you aren't cool. But very, very soon you will be. So all right. That's at least a little bit wholesome, right? Like
I mean, well,
It's not that good of a prank, though, now.
Anybody could possibly see that as aggressive in any way. So, in a way, I suppose you could call it wholesome. But at the same time, that just kind of screams Alex Jones right there. I know we keep drifting back to the subject of Alex Jones, but like, what is it, nerve tonic or whatever he's trying to sell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't notice this.
Not selling boner pills anymore?
I don't know, maybe.
This wasn't in the Google Doc, but this one's kind of cool. From time to time, in order to improve Google Gulp's of usefulness for our users, Google Gulp will send packets of data related to your usage of this product from a wireless transmitter embedded in the base of your Google Gulp bottle to the Gulpplex trademark, a heavily guarded, massively parallel server farm whose location is known only to Eric Schmidt, who carries its GPS coordinates on a 64-bit encrypted smart card locked in a stainless steel briefcase handcuffed to his right wrist. No personally identifiable information of any kind related to your consumption of Google Gulp or any other current or future Google Foods product will ever be given, sold, bartered, auctioned off, tossed into a late-night poker pot, or otherwise transferred in any way to any untrustworthy third party ever, we swear. And it says to click the privacy policy. I'm going to do it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's just the legit privacy policy. Okay.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
So I was kind of surprised to see that, because so Google does like an April Fool's joke every year. I think they stopped doing it recently, but I'm surprised to see this was actually one of theirs because I hadn't seen this one. But
I mean, they probably stopped because satire is dead.
In other words, if you're going to look up Pornhub, drink responsibly.
What'd you say, Dylan? Mike was talking over you.
I said, so if you're going to be on like Pornhub or something like that, you might want to drink responsibly.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say so.
There you go. There you go.
So who runs the show? I mean, because I know Mill and Belinda divorced, right?
Yes.
Mill and Belinda?
But that's not Google, though, right?
That's sorry. Bill and Melinda. That's an inside thing from another podcast. But I know their foundation. I didn't know who runs that whole deal anymore, or they split it up.
No idea, man.
They still work together on it. Actually, they're just not married. But they're still on the chair, both of them.
Oh, okay. Because I thought maybe they stopped doing it because whoever had the sense of humor doesn't work there anymore.
Well,
there you go.
I'll tell you what, that would be the most awkward shit ever. But, welcome
we can't
to
be
our
funny no
podcast.
more.
On my left is the fat cow that ruined my life. Thanks, no boner.
Oh man. Well, I didn't split these up, so I got the next one too.
Oh.
This one, I think, I'll admit, hindsight's 2020. I probably should have put this as like number one, right?
Yeah,
we should have gone over this first. My bad.
It's all good. I mean,
this one here,
on a high note.
This one here comes from a friend, a very special friend called WikiHow.
Yay!
So we're just gonna check out how to celebrate April Fool's Day. You know, I need this knowledge, and hopefully you guys too.
Watch it be an article on how to like hide a body or something.
April Fool's Day is a holiday.
You gotta get consent.
It's a holiday that is enjoyed all around the world. Although many countries and cultures celebrate the day at different times and in different ways, all of them enjoy playing clever pranks on their friends and family. Learning a few pranks for April Fool's Day can help you get a few laughs, have a lot of fun. It can get you slapped, and make the most out of the holiday. Oh, the old, rubber band over the... All right. Make someone spray themselves with water. For a simple and easy prank, head to your kitchen sink and bring a rubber band with you. Tie the rubber band around the trigger on the hose attachment. When someone goes to turn the sink on, the water will spray out the hose and give them a surprise shower, hopefully not golden. Here's another one. Coat a bar of soap. I've actually not seen this one. Coat a bar of soap in clear nail polish. If you have a bar of soap and some clear nail polish, you've got an April Fool's Day prank. in the making. To do this prank, coat the bar of soap in the clear nail polish, allow it to dry. When someone goes to wash their hands, they would be quite puzzled to find the soap is not working.
That's clever.
All right,
Can you do me a favor and get rid of the join our mission thing that's up there?
Let's do this. Oh, sorry.
I mean, we could probably do a donation live, but
I don't know if I'm ready for that kind of commitment. But so this one, I'm just saying, it's a prank, but it's kind of lazy. Come on, be more creative, WikiHow.
A little lazy, but
take the batteries out of the remotes. A simple trick can play with the family members or housemates is to remove the batteries from any remotes. When they go to turn on the TV, nothing will happen, causing them to wonder what's going on. For extra fun, try replacing the batteries with something silly, like a baby carrots. I don't recommend that, by the way.
That sounds like a very bad idea.
Yeah, you're just going to corrode your shit.
Off.
Right? You open that, and just eat it.
This article feels like it was written by a child. Like, these are the most tame, I'm expecting it to like really ramp up here at some point.
Well, here we go. We'll see. Put up a wet paint sign. Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's so
whatever. Put up a wet paint sign. Can be a simple and effective prank. You can enjoy watching people try to avoid wherever it is you've placed the sign. For extra fun, try putting it in busy places or areas where people have to walk. Stand by with some friends and share a few laughs together as you watch people go out of their way to avoid the wet paint. Interesting.
That kind of reminds me of a TikTok I watched about how people are sheep. They had some dude just like standing in a corded off line, by himself. Had a sign saying the line starts here. And then people were coming up and be like, "What's this line for?" And it's like, "I don't know." So then when people started getting behind him, they ended up having like
they're cute. They're
people.
They're queued up, but they don't know what for. Like, I just,
and then
I was walking and suddenly I'm in a line, so I'm just gonna.
So this
after the line got like that 60 people long, had a security guard go out there and say, "Okay, follow me," and they went. He led them through a big maze of corded off lines, like an airport, and just like how they got that set up. They were just going around, and then one dude that had a piece of tape going across. And the first dude jumped the piece of tape, so that everybody started jumping the piece of tape for no reason whatsoever, just because, everybody else is doing it, so I'm going to do it type of crap.
Dang.
That's all right. I thought that was a very cool social experiment.
Oh, heck yeah. So I was just going to say, it's interesting you bring that up because essentially this next one is kind of the same thing, but a little bit different. So stare up at the sky.
Oh, yeah. That's classic.
Wow, so original.
So many people are going to have their retinas burned because they look at the
stare directly into the sun.
Hey, Trump did it and he fucking survived. So I'm just saying.
Well, his eyes are never fully open anyway.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I mean, I'm sure you've noticed.
That's
because his eyes are the best eyes ever.
My eyes are the absolute greatest. They are so tremendous.
My eyes didn't come from China.
China.
All right.
China. Everybody in China loves me.
Stare up at the sky if you're at a public place on April Fool's Day. You can try staring at the sky. Why are they placing... I hate that they're like stating the same thing twice. Come on, guys.
I don't know if we need to read the entire thing. I think we can just kind of paraphrase it a little bit.
Okay, you can try pointing to add even more emphasis. You can also add more emphasis if you're not wearing pants, by the way. That one's not in here, but they should add that. But try talking about it, or about what it is you're pretending to look at with your friends. Ask people if they see it. Try to convince them that it's something small. And try... if you have the pants off, probably don't use that one. But get them to say
like something that Logan Paul would do. He'd just be like in a park with no pants on, staring at the sky. Somebody's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He'd be like, "Quit staring at my dick, bro." And then he'd be like, "Oh, it's just a prank."
It's like, man, not saying it's bad or anything, but that's kind of gay,
Yeah, bro.
All right, what's this one? Hey, this guy's got a... He's a little.
He's like that sucks.
He looks like.
Oh, come
where is his
on.
hand?
Speak with another accent.
Oh,
he is upset. He's like, that motherfucker ain't Russian.
Hey, Dylan.
That dude's being racist as shit right now.
Dylan, were you on my team when I was doing Mr. Cooper at TLCA?
Maybe.
I don't know if you were ever on Mr. Cooper or not, but we had like 0 restrictions on that program. And one day I decided I would try accents over the phone and see if it got me anything.
Oh, no, I think I was like long gone before then because I was there when like Spectrum was kind of new.
Okay, yeah, that was a little later, but yeah, one day I went in there and I was doing accents on the phone trying to sell mortgages to people. And I mean, understandably, when I tried the Indian accent, they just hung up immediately. But I did a gay voice, and a dude just bought it outright.
I did a Peter Griffin once on Political.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dang.
Hey, vote for Trump.
So this one, okay, just doing it as one person, kind of lame. But this one's saying you should do it as a group prank. Now that's actually kind of funny. If like every person does like a completely different one, and then there's one person that's outside that doesn't know about it, that's kind of funny. But just the single person, whatever. Let's see what we got. Good old whoopee cushion. Come on.
Traditional.
I don't even need to read that one. All right.
Did y'all say you can see my video? Because whoopee cushion.
Yep, I see it.
Nice. All right. So this one is also kind of a classic. I'm pretty sure that I saw recently that somebody got really fucking mad about this. Like that somebody put it was chocolate covered onions. They got really mad. Like
just bite into it like a fucking apple.
No,
like
they were just like it was their kid or whatever. And I get it. People get real protective over their kids. I mean, I've got a son, but this lady just went straight fucking 0 to 60 in half a second. She's like, what sick sadistic motherfucker puts she just went on this long ass post about it, and it was hilarious. I'm not even mad. I laughed a lot.
What do you have against onions?
I don't have anything against onions, but
if you're going to bite into an onion and you're like expecting the flavor of an apple, it's probably startling.
You know,
I'd probably be pissed, but that's just me.
I'm actually a little curious as to what a chocolate covered onion would taste like.
Hey, we could make it an episode.
I mean, I would absolutely try it just to see what it is, and then like give a fair assessment. I mean, if you're expecting an apple and get an onion, that's one thing. But if you're expecting an onion and get an onion, that's another.
We would have to do both chocolate and caramel to see.
Oh, for sure.
Which one's better?
Maybe chocolate and caramel dipped garlic too. That would be all right. Like I like raw garlic. I don't know what it is, but it's tasty.
Somehow, I'm not surprised by that.
What's that supposed to mean? Getting aggressive over there, dude.
You better watch out. I'll rickroll your ass. All right.
You already did that. It would just be repetitious.
And that wasn't meant to be sexual. All right. I know how your mind works.
Roll my wrist, Jason. Roll my wrist.
Roll that ass.
I'm not liking where this is going. I'm a fat boy. Don't be playing pranks with my damn food, man.
Well, I mean, if it's a scoop of mashed potatoes and supposed to look like ice cream, then, hey.
That wouldn't be that bad, honestly.
I like mashed potatoes.
I would honestly not be upset.
Especially if it was good mashed potatoes. You'd be like,
yeah.
Just make sure it's not that instant shit. God, that shit tastes nasty.
I mean, I can eat tater flakes sometimes, but if they're real potatoes, they're better.
Is there something specifically you don't eat? What's a food that you don't like? Broccoli?
Butterscotch.
But you don't like butterscotch?
Yeah, I don't like it either.
It's like this. If Satan got hot and sweaty, it would be the sweat from his taint.
I don't know about that, dude. That just sounds like sardines.
That's sweet potato fries. What are you talking about?
Sweet potato fries are fucking delicious, dude. I don't know
They
what
are
you're on, but
disgusting.
give
I
me
like
some.
sweet potato fries.
Sweet potato fries are ass.
Have any of you ever had kimchi?
I love kimchi.
Kimchi's fucking horrible. What the fuck is
Fucking
wrong with
love
you?
it. Dude. I like if you can pickle something, I will probably try it. Kimchi to me is
it's not pickled. It's not just pickled though. It's fermented too.
It's fermented, brined, and
Fermented,
pickled,
yeah.
but still, it's delicious. Have you guys ever had pickled and fermented herring?
No.
What is that?
It's called.
I've heard of it.
It's called surströmming. It's popular in like Iceland, Norway,
Yeah.
Finland, all those places. But it is a Baltic Sea herring that is fermented in its own spinal fluids for up to 7 to 8 months, and then it has almost kind of a sandy texture.
It's like a lot of work to make something that tastes like shit.
Well, it's not the taste that's bad with surströmming. It's
Yeah.
actually known for being the stinkiest food known to man.
So I actually
I think that's April Fool's prank. Like, dude, we fermented it in his own shit for like 6 months and pickled it and it's brine. It's good shit.
okay. I actually have like a direct carryover of what you're talking about here that I saw on a stream. We're gonna check it out here.
Yeah, get over here. I don't have a door, so it doesn't have the same energy.
Move this forward. They
As,
kind of build it up a little bit, and then they just go out and try it. So we'll just watch from there.
They have to open it in a fucking bucket of water just to open it.
Why?
Fucking dying.
It's gonna smell like shit. You say you want to go out.
You know, you're gonna put it in the water.
Yeah, you got to put it in the water.
Yeah, you
Come on.
Put the can in the water.
You're not going out with that shirt anyway.
Surströmming.
I borrow some Teddy Fresh?
Don't open it yet. No. You have to put it. Oh, dude.
He did do
Pop it
shit.
open, it releases
All
the
you
smell
do
in
is you
the
just
air.
pierce it underwater. Oh.
dude.
They're acting like he's got a fucking bomb.
You pierce it underwater and then the gas
Yeah, I
will
know.
go out and then you take it out of
Surströmming
water.
without
and open
opening it in the water, then yeah. It's
Oh
like
no,
a
that'll
bomb.
cover all the smell.
No, I mean,
It's
you
straight up
smell.
putrid.
You just got to do it
They're like, no, it's
underwater,
gonna smell.
and then when you take it out, it's still gonna smell bad.
Underwater?
In the water.
Yeah, underwater, pierce it.
All the way underwater.
Deep breath, chat.
Oh god.
Struggling with the concept.
Okay, ready?
Three,
3.
light,
Yeah.
2.
Oh, you had to
Do it.
All
Just
the
give
way to the
instructions like
water.
over and over again.
I'm just gonna drop to
Oh, that's a weird.
Oh.
That's a weird. Okay.
Pull it out,
Now
pull
you
it out. You're not bad. Oh,
You can smell that. No, I can't.
You
can't smell that.
Did they say they used pool water for this too? I'm assuming that was a joke, but they talked about using pool water to.
Yeah, that's
open this.
pretty terrible. I mean,
So they kind of. I'm not gonna show the end of it because it might get us banned. I don't know because he actually does throw up at one point, but I will not show that. But this is where they actually try it here.
So hard.
and that's what you want. Okay, ready?
Oh, look at that face,
You
dude.
got it,
No,
bro.
hell no.
3, 2.
Look at the bones.
Yeah, I don't know what's
gross.
going on there.
those
It's
are
like,
It
not
might just be bones.
Those
It's
are
bones.
actually
Yeah.
fin spines.
Yeah, you probably just
I
want
can
to
almost smell that.
Thanks, David Attenborough.
eat a little part off it.
If I wanted to tell
Three,
you about our
2, 1.
world,
Oh,
He went for it.
it's not that bad.
It tastes good, even.
Spit the shit out.
All I did was get a glob of salt and put it in my mouth. A
That's disgusting. You want to try it?
Well, I have to. I said I would.
actually,
There he goes, Eric.
was the most
A lot
disgusting
like
burp I've
shit.
had.
Why are they shirtless?
Why are they shirtless?
How do I?
Because I don't know why actually, but I think it has something to do with them. Hey guys, check out my nipples, by the way.
How do we dispose of this afterwards? You don't get to just like do
Dude,
the.
this looks like what you find when you put your finger under like a dusty ass place.
Maybe they don't
What kind of
maybe they
dusty
don't
ass
want
place
to
do you put your finger in, dude? Oh, that's uncalled for. It was very nice of you not to throw this surströmming at him. Don't do that, please. No, do not do that. Do not do that. You gonna throw up?
This? No. He's
Oh,
got
God.
this. No.
Oh,
Water, please, for the love of God.
That was
really not
are you
that
happy?
bad. I don't know why
That wasn't that bad.
Out so much.
So this reminds me of a video for some reason. There's this video of a guy. He's at like a JCPenney's or some kind of like department store, and he walks up to some random dude, and he's like, "Hey man, smell this!" And like he puts his fingers up to this guy's like nose, and his fingers are like his fingers look like they have blood on them, and the guy is like, "What is that?" And then he offers him a like can of some drink that says it's for Finches. It's Finch juice, I think is what he calls it. Yeah. And he's like, it's for Finches, but people can drink it too. And so, anyways, this reminded me of that video because I can only imagine what it would be like if this guy was to go to the like store and be like, "Hey, smell my fingers," after they fucking had that shit on their fingers.
Especially in a Walmart.
Yeah, right. I don't know.
It's like kind of thing you do in a Walmart.
I don't know if you guys have seen the video I'm talking about.
I have not.
I mean, actually, it would be safe to show on stream, but it's kind of a weird video.
Yeah.
You know what that reminded me of so much? It reminded me of another video that I watched that was pretty famous back in the day. 'Cause I mean that I can only imagine eating some of that stuff, and it would just be awful. But it kind of reminded me of this.
What?
Oh God!
Kingdom Hearts?
I know you know the song.
I'm not catching the reference.
You're not catching the reference.
Everybody knows the song.
Everybody, this song.
Wait a minute, is this what I think it is?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, dude, that's the most famous.
Dylan probably wouldn't know. He's a little young.
Oh,
is that what I think it is?
I think you're thinking right.
Is it Two Girls, One Cup?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. Okay, I'm not clicking on that. Schloobysnack.
The ancient evil.
You ain't gonna trick me.
No, that's not. It's not a bad. It's the Finch video.
Oh, okay.
Just watch the first 30 seconds of it. And,
don't watch it.
It doesn't work on me.
Don't watch it.
All right. After this, we gotta get to Mike's.
That's from a good time. Let me tell you. You want to smell it?
I can't tell if you're cool or not right now. I don't know.
Oh, I'm cool as shit, buddy. Dolphin Daff High Five.
Dolphin Daff High Five.
That doesn't look right at all.
You want some?
Always. Wait, we're here on the same kind of mode, aren't we?
It's made for finches, but humans can drink it too.
Finland?
Finches.
Finland?
No, it's tuna juice. And it's made for finches, but humans can drink it too.
That's a lot of belts.
You want to taste?
I'm a commercial fisherman.
The fact that this dude is like, I'll fucking taste this shit.
What is this?
Hey, it's in Walmart.
It's carbonated tuna juice. It's made for finches, but humans can drink it too.
Just directly repeat it again.
Are humans too?
No, it's made for finches. Finches.
No,
Finches for Finland.
Finches. It's made for finches, but humans can drink it too.
Guessing this
It's a little bird.
Finches, but humans can.
I have 10 of them.
Yes, that's the case.
It's tuna juice, and it's made for finches, but humans can drink it
Made
too.
for finches.
Is he seriously gonna keep just
Try this
repeating
again.
That's gonna be in my head.
Can you smell it?
He goes
No.
for the fingers. Like,
You're not selling me a product right now, right?
That does not
Of
look
course
right
not.
at all.
I would never. It's got 69 calories.
but so that's what the
69 calories.
You cut that off at exactly the right spot. 69.
So that's what, for some reason, that I was reminded of that video. But then later he asked the guy, like, "Hey man, I got 2 buckets of like salmon chowder in my car. Do you want to come outside?" And the dude's down for it too.
What?
Like the dude wants to go out and like, "You've got like buckets of salmon chowder? Hell yeah!" Like the video is admittedly weird, but for some reason that reminded me. But anyways, It's made for Finches, and you can drink it too.
We're just gonna speed through these. We got the old toothpaste on cookie filling.
Hell no.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next we got salt in the sugar. Classic. Next,
Classic.
we've got add some food coloring to milk.
That's
I don't know if it's a classic, but that's
prank. I mean, milk comes in a translucent jug. You can see what color it is.
yeah.
But if it's strawberry milk, it's
like
vegan.
Off-white, get rid of it. Oh yeah,
I've seen that.
Strawberry milk. It's
Is
like
this-
vegan
is
because
this
it
milk
comes from
vegan?
strawberries and not from cows. Really. That's a very common React video on TikTok, Jason, since you know you're not
Okay.
hip with the crowd.
People on
Yeah.
TikTok can be stupid.
All right. Okay. Gummy worm and an apple.
Oh, you fooled me. I thought it was a real worm.
No!
Candy rocks. Oh, okay.
Oh, but the real rocks just
Yeah.
bright colors. I see it.
I'd be pissed. if
You
it's
just
like-
know what the candy rock is, and then you hand somebody else just a legit rock. It's like, here's a
And
dental
they
bill,
actually
bro.
bite through it, and you find out that they're a superhero by accident.
What is this one? Switch cereal bags. Okay.
Oh, I got cornflakes instead of corn nuts.
Yeah.
yeah, no, cornflakes instead of corn pops. Oh darn!
This one's interesting.
Ruined. Brownies.
Maybe this one's going over my head here.
Brownies.
Oh, come on. Really?
That's just a
Yeah.
pun. That's not even a prank. It's a pun.
That's a bad one,
But-
too. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Make
That's
Okay, now that's
brownie-
funny.
Yeah, that is pretty good. Somebody
Post-it
did
note
that
on a
at
mouse.
at my job the other day, and they
The
put a troll
the
face
right
on
way
it.
to do this joke is you use a picture of Nicolas Cage.
Or even better, I've got, this is an opportunity to show off my ink. So here, you got to put.
Are you going to show us an ass tattoo of Nicolas Cage?
No, it's not an ass tattoo.
He's
It's
showing his ass on
actually
stream.
a pretty great tattoo that I got.
Oh,
there you go.
Yep. Got to put a picture of that under the mouse.
Very nice. Very nice.
The representation of the troll face now has taken a very evil turn.
Well,
Okay.
evil,
Hey,
no,
since this is the prank stream, I've got a message that I got here from somebody I do not know, and they said, "Are you aware of the Home Care and Family Support Financial Assistance Program?"
Oh my.
What do I say back?
Yes.
no. I don't know.
Yeah, those motherfuckers stole all my money.
I'll leave it to chat, and if you think of something, I mean, I can message him anytime. All right, so
No.
Not
Turn
only
it around
president,
on
I'm
Turn
also
it
a
around
member.
on them.
turn it
Ask
around on him.
them. Let them know that you're looking for their car's extended warranty.
Yes.
Oh,
This is so like
God.
You can just start responding to them as if you're a cat
Right.
fax hotline.
right. Let's pop this up here. So let's hello. Nice to see you are doing well. I want to talk to you about your car's extended warranty.
That's beautiful.
Can I trouble you for approximately 6 hours of your time?
I mean,
30 minutes to 30 to 45 minutes.
Okay.
You should-
yeah, 6 hours is
6
too
hours
much.
is, yeah.
you should probably like end the conversation with here's a place where you can see like dirty naughty pics of me too.
Just send them
You
a
want my
link. and it's-
OnlyFans for pics
No.
of Bob's and Vagine.
Rick roll them. Hey, here's a link. Here's
That's what I was thinking. Rick roll him.
a link for more information.
And then they click on it.
Here, I'll
Okay.
I'll make you a Bitly link here real quick.
Oh my gosh.
Boy, we're getting into the spirit.
Oh, he just straight up says no. Come on. All right, we got to keep this rolling.
Sport. He's such a
Open
poor
Bob's
sport.
and Vagine.
There are many benefits to having a warranty on your vehicle. Why
Especially older vehicles.
pass this great opportunity to purchase an excellent service?
Could save you money in the long run.
I'm wishing to block you.
He's just not going to respond.
Now, watch him like call you out and say he's going to report you to Facebook. Fucking spam.
Oh my gosh.
But the next one, you should send him the link. Be like, look, in case you change your mind, you can always reach me here.
Well, when I get that link, we'll go back to it. When I get that link,
I'm sending it to you right now.
Oh, by the way, I hate a little shameless plug, but it has something to do with this. All those people call and scam me all the time. I actually recorded a conversation I had with a guy doing that. He I got him to talk for like 5 minutes, and that's all I was doing was recording it, and I put it as one of my episodes. And it was kind of creepy. Because I was asking him, why is he scamming people? He was like, because I love it. It was real quiet and creepy. But and he went on this big sob story about how there's no jobs and it's the only one he could get. And then I told him that, you shouldn't do that. And he goes, you're right. And after talking to you, I think I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm like, yeah, bullshit. But, we kept it on. And that's like, this is going to be a great episode. So I did that.
So while we're waiting on this URL to mess with this guy, Mike, you've got kind of an interesting prank lined up, don't you?
Yeah. Okay. Casareco the rhinoceros. October 7th of 1959, the city council election in Sao Paulo, Brazil, had a surprise winner. Casareco, a 5-year-old female rhinoceros at the local zoo. Not only did she win, but she did so by a landslide, garnering 100,000 votes, 15% of the total. It's one of the biggest and highest totals for the local candidate in Brazil's history to that date. Casareco's election caused an outpouring of concern among Brazil's intellectual classes, with one sociologist describing it as a phenomenon of the greatest sociological importance, and worried that it indicated Brazil was on the threshold of revolt. Others interpreted it as a protest against food shortages, the high cost of living, and political corruption. In fact, many voters on the same election had expressed their disgust with local politics by placing black beans in the ballot envelope instead of a ballot. The director of the zoo commented that he would ask Sao Paulo to pay Casareco's councilman's salary. However, election officials nullified all her ballots and a new election was held the next week. That's actually kind of fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Casareco died in 1962, but her memory lived on in a number of ways. Voto Casareco became a widely used term signifying a protest vote. She also inspired the formation of the Rhinoceros Party of Canada, whose members appointed the rhinoceros Cornelius I as their leader. Casareco wasn't the first animal elected to political office, and not even in Brazil. In 1954, a goat named Smelly had been elected to the city council in Jaboatão. But due to the size of her victory, Casareco remains the most famous animal candidate of all time.
Well, there you go.
The best part of that was that the goat was named Smelly.
Smelly, what are you planning on doing about the COVID-19 pandemic?
I would imagine Smelly has been dead for a number of decades.
But just imagine if just put today's situations, we gotta do about the COVID-19 vaccine or some shit. Go,
Pfizer? Okay.
All right, so I sent him the link.
I think that link's pretty good, actually. The way I titled it.
Okay.
Hot singles and car warranties near you.
Oh my god.
So this next one here is apparently Time Magazine's 2001 Man of the Year. Let's get into it. So there's actually some documentation on this, and there's a lot of following to this particular. There's the links in the chat, by the way, for those of you that want to get rickrolled. But that being said, this George Burdell is a completely fake person, and I'm going to get into why we know that. So that's kind of small on the old text size there. But in 1927, William Edgar Smith was mistakenly sent 2 enrollment forms from Georgia Tech. At the time, Smith attended Richmond Academy in Augusta, Georgia. The president of the academy was George P. Butler, a former UGA football captain. Smith decided to play a prank and enroll the president to Georgia Tech, but he changed the name to George P. Burdell at the last moment. After Burdell was accepted, Smith decided to continue his prank and enrolled Burdell in all of the same classes. With the help of some of his friends, Smith completed an extra copy of homework assignments, mixing up some of the answers and changing his handwriting style so no one of the professors would catch on. Years later, Burdell successfully completed his classes and graduated with a BS degree in mechanical engineering in 1930. After graduating, Burdell went back to school and received his master's degree in mechanical engineering. Since then, Burdell has made many achievements and has been quite a hero. He flew a B-17 bomber with the Air Force in England in World War II and has been documented as serving in just about every war since then. He has also served on the board of directors of Mad Magazine, received a varsity letter in basketball at Tech, traveled the world, and even led online polls for Person of the Year by Time Magazine. After dealing with more enrollment attempts by Burdell, Georgia Tech required students to register for classes through computers in 1969. To keep the prank alive, some students came together and hacked the system and registered Burdell for every class available that quarter, which totaled out about 3,000 hours. Even after the Institute made changes to the registration system, Burdell was victorious again in 1975 and 1980. The legend of George P. Burdell lives on at Georgia Tech, and he is a member at most local Atlanta churches. He's also found on signups for events around campus, and he even has a Facebook page.
My golly.
That's a famous fake person.
It sure is.
That's pretty awesome. That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, for sure. So, Mike.
Yes?
What the heck was Operation Mincemeat?
Operation Mincemeat? I would imagine it's an operation involving mincemeat.
Really?
Yeah, but in reality, during World War II, British intelligence officers managed to pull off one of the most successful wartime deceptions ever achieved, Operation Mincemeat. In April of 1943, a decomposing corpse was discovered floating off the coast of Huelva in southern Spain. Personal documents identified him as Major William Martin of Britain's Royal Marines, and he had a black attaché case chained to his wrist. When Nazi intelligence learned of the downed officer's briefcase, as well as concerted efforts made by the British to retrieve the case, they did all they could to gain access. Though Spain was officially neutral in the conflict, much of its military was pro-German, and the Nazis were able to find an officer in Madrid to help them. In addition to other personal effects and official-looking documents, they found a letter from military authorities in London to a senior British officer in Tunisia, indicating that Allied armies were preparing to cross the Mediterranean from their position in North Africa and attack German-held Greece and Sardinia. The intelligence coup for the Nazi spy network allowed Adolf Hitler to transfer German troops from France to Greece ahead of what was believed to be a massive enemy invasion. The only problem? It was all a hoax. The drowned man was actually a Welsh tramp whose body was obtained in a London morgue by British intelligence officers Charles Cholmondeley and Ewan Montag, the brains behind Operation Mincemeat, after creating an elaborate fake identity and backstory for William Martin. Cholmondeley and Montag got Charles Fraser Smith, thought to be a model for Q in the James Bond novels, written by former British Naval Intelligence Officer Ian Fleming, to design a special container to preserve the body during its time in the water. One of England's leading race car drivers transported the container to a Royal Navy submarine, which dropped it off the Spanish coast. Once the Spanish recovered the body, British authorities began their frantic attempts to recover the case, counting on the fact that their efforts would convince the Nazis of the document's validity. As a result of the false intelligence carried by William Martin, the Nazis were caught unawares when 160,000 Allied troops invaded Sicily on July 10, 1943. In addition to saving thousands of Allied soldiers' lives, Operation Mincemeat helped further Italian leader Benito Mussolini's downfall and turn the tide on the war towards an Allied victory in Europe.
So,
that's less prank and more espionage.
Schloobysnack's playing a prank now. Anyway, so
hey, that's my grandma.
That's a useful prank and also like kind of a heroic one.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm just saying that's just in general a good prank. Just calling it.
I feel like that's more spycraft than prank. But
all warfare is based on deception.
Oh yeah.
Hold on, sorry to interrupt. We have an announcement.
С националистическими формированиями, которые, как известно, и несут прямую ответственность за геноцид на Донбассе и кровь мирных граждан народных республик. Кроме того, националистические элементы, внедренные в состав регулярных украинских частей, не только подстрекают их к оказанию вооруженного сопротивления, но по сути играют и роль заградотрядов. Более того, по имеющейся информации, и это подтверждается результатами объективного контроля, мы видим это. Бендеровцы и неонацисты поставляют тяжелое вооружение, в том числе системы залпового огня, прямо в центральных районах крупных городов, включая Киев и Харьков. Они планируют вызвать ответный огонь российских ударных комплексов по жилым кварталам. По сути, они действуют так же, как и террористы во всем мире. Прикрываются людьми в надежде затем обвинить Россию в жертвах среди мирного населения. Достоверно известно, что все это происходит по...
Well, there you go.
Well, I have got two interesting things to note about that. First of all, Raid Shadow Legends is actually headquartered in Ukraine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, their servers are located in Ukraine, and all the story writers, visual effects writers, and everything, they're all in Ukraine. Second thing to note is, I actually play Raid Shadow Legends.
Okay.
Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. Good time waster.
Cool.
I'm still on Call of Duty, so that's just...
I'll stick with Marvel Strike Force.
I mean, Marvel Strike Force is modeled after Raid Shadow Legends because it had such a successful business model. And it's actually a very fun game to play. Not going to lie.
But who, by the way, since you said that, who owns Raid Shadow Legends, though? Like, what?
Plarium.
Okay, because Marvel Strike Force was owned by Foxnet, but then they got bought out by frickin' Scopely.
Plarium also owns Hustle Castle. I'm sure you've seen ads for that one.
Hustle Castle? I believe I have.
Yeah, that's owned by Plarium as well.
So this is a pretty neat prank here. I think you guys are going to like. I straight out pafaf out loud.
Ground, if this breaks, you can have anything in the store you want for free.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How much?
That's like $85, but just give it a toss right there. Yeah, throw it right there on the ground.
Seriously?
I did not think that was going to happen. I actually can't give you anything. Are you going to pay for that?
Right.
Dude, you got to pay for that. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Bruh.
Yeah, can you please pay for that?
Yeah, I can pay for that, but
Awesome, thank you, dude. Holy crap! Oh, thank God. Okay, yeah, you're a lifesaver. I mean, that was really dumb of you that you actually threw it. So
I was like, surprisingly nice about
If
that.
you say so, I mean, I'll take your word for it.
yeah, but you can pay for this.
I mean, I can pay for that.
Oh, thank God.
We don't get to see the epic conclusion, I guess, but hey, this bong is indestructible. He just
Jason, it's called a water pipe. Now I can't sell to you for 24 hours.
What? Okay.
Okay, you don't go to a lot of smoke shops, do you?
No.
All right, well, if you go into a smoke shop and call it a bong, they cannot sell anything to you for 24 hours.
Oh.
Some sort of law that states if you call it a bong, that is supposing it to be used for marijuana, which is illegal in Iowa, at least.
Yeah, because Iowa's stupid.
Iowa is stupid.
All right, well, we have a classic prank, and this one is kind of like, since we're talking about pranks, we kind of have to just watch it because it's that classic. It's kind of like when it's Christmas and you watch A Christmas Story or whatever, but this one's a bit of an older prank, but it is an internet gem. It is an internet gem that everybody will enjoy, and then we'll get back to some of the other epic pranks that we found over the years.
I love Freaky. Heart attack.
It looks like a bunch of bird shit put into one.
Shit on.
Classic.
Oh, man. And just one for added effect here, another short one here.
Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen this one.
Oh, shit.
That girl
do that to my, my kid.
She ain't having that. But, all right, so we've had a little bit of fun. Let's get back to some of the most epic pranks of all time.
I would say no.
This one here, I'm just going to have to say, once again, it's a sports one, but I've got to just be at least a bit impressed by this one because it traverses time. Like, people are they keep up with the same prank, even though it's just completely different people. And I guess there was some of that on the Caltech thing or whatever that was, or excuse me, Georgia Tech or whatever that other place was. This one, so it started off in January 2nd, 1961 in Pasadena's Rose Bowl Stadium. There was 100,000 spectators, and they were there to watch the Minnesota Golden Gophers take on the Washington Huskies. I mean, a Husky would fuck up a Gopher, duh.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I mean, that just doesn't make any sense. But in the New Year's Day game played that year on January 2nd, because the first fell on a Sunday, millions more watched around the nation, crowded in front of TV sets and living rooms, restaurants and bars. NBC was providing live coverage. So the crowd, they had essentially a bunch of flip cards, and there was an instruction sheet that they were given, but it was like on the seats. And essentially, when the students heard the signal from the cheerleaders, they were each supposed to hold up the appropriate flip card and over their head. In this way, different gigantic images would be formed that'd be visible to the rest of the stadium, as well as those viewing at home. The Washington band played on, displaying a series of 15 flip card images in total. So the first one went smoothly. The crowd marveled at the colorful image forming as if by magic at the command of cheerleaders. It was until the 12th image. Wow, that thing's... I'm just trying to think. Are they just like they're flipping it? Like one side is white, the other side's red or something? Anyway. So anyway, the 12th image, things started to go a little wrong. The next, it was supposed to depict a husky, but instead a creature appeared that had buck teeth and round ears. It almost looked like a beaver. Next image was worse. It says huskies, the word huskies was supposed to unfurl from left to right, but for some reason the word was reversed. So now it read backwards of huskies. These strange glitches rattled the Washington cheerleaders. They wondered if they might have made some careless mistakes when designing the complex stunt. But there was nothing for them to do about it except now continue on. So apparently what happened next is the prank. But anyhow, it says they flipped their cards and the word Caltech appeared, held aloft by hundreds of Washington students. The name towered above the field in bold black letters and was broadcast to millions of viewers nationwide. For a few seconds, the stadium was plunged into a baffled silence. I don't know. I mean, I was going to say it's that big of a deal, but anyway, everyone knew what Caltech was. It was that little Pasadena Technical College down the road from Rose Bowl Stadium. What no one could figure out was why its name was okay. So that's why it's surprising. I see now. So no one could figure out was what its name was doing in the middle of Washington's flip card show. Throughout the United States, a million minds simultaneously struggled to comprehend this enigma. So the details were essentially
people should just figure out it was a prank, maybe.
Well, essentially, there was a group of people called the Fiendish 14, and they were Caltech students. And what they discovered was that to alter the show, it'd simply be necessary to change what was written on the instruction sheets that be left on the seats, all 2,232 of them, blocked off for the Washington fans. This was a daunting task, but the Fiendish 14 were up to it. They staked out the hotel where the Washington cheerleaders were staying. When the cheerleaders went away, they broke into their rooms and removed a single instruction sheet. This they took to a printer and had him print up to 2,232 exact duplicates at a cost of $30, which back then might have been, significant for a college student.
$287,000.
But a moment of panic occurred when it was realized that the new sheets looked conspicuously less worn than the old ones. But it was decided that since the sheets would be replaced en masse, the lack of aging might not be noticed, which obviously it wasn't. So that's pretty much it. They go into more detail. I'll put this link if you want to learn some more about it. But essentially, this prank, if we go down to the bottom here, it's even to this day still occasionally being pulled off. Most recent event, I believe, well, at least according to this, I don't know how to update it. Yeah. It's just, we got We Suck in 2004, and they thought it was going to be Go Harvard.
That seems like a much better prank.
I agree.
Kinda.
I agree. But you can't say that in
the school.
1961. They'd probably get lynched.
That would using that word in regards to 1961 seems a little extreme.
I mean,
that seems like actual history, but
I'm surprised it didn't just say like "we fuck" or something. But
hey, they're not wrong. They're not wrong. Just saying. Yeah. But I thought that one was kind of interesting because it traversed time. It's still going on, I guess, today, and it has been recreated multiple times over the years. So.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, Jason, if you're at the end of this, check your messenger real quick because I just thought of a prank. This guy, he tries to sell try to trade fake video games to GameStop, and what the
Ross Creations, yeah. Ross Creations, yep.
Yeah, and the freaking games that he came up with are fake. They're hilarious, and you got this. I sent it to your messenger.
It's
hilarious.
That's a good one.
We'll check that out. But Mike, after Mike tells us about this kind of neat thing. So this one is actually practical, right? If you want to pull some pranks on your friends, you're going to want to listen to this. Take it over, Mike.
Well, there's some dumb bitch website.
Yes.
Yeah. Gag gifts to humble your friends, one message at a time.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So you can get these certificates, the customizable certificates that essentially have these funny messages on it. So this one says, "You're a dumb bitch." The certificate is proudly presented to
Humongous
for doing something so incredibly stupid. Your corporation, you're a dumbbitch.com. Joe Mama, El Presidente. Decent. I'm just saying it's only $10.
Very decent, but I got a better one than that, actually. And it is a real website that you can actually give money to and get a product from. Let me find it.
The bag of dicks.
Nope. A better one than that. You'd be surprised. Let me
so while he's looking that up, we'll talk a little bit more. So
I got it,
the
bro.
about is, it says, "My beginnings, we formed this great website to serve the most unmet need in the modern era. Some good old humbling, all in good fun gag gifts. Nothing does that better than reassuring your best friends that at the end of the day, they are dumb bitches."
Yep. That is very true. All right. So I sent that link to you on Facebook chat. Have a look at it. Bring it on up.
So we got poop senders.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
You can anonymously send animal shit to people.
Dude, $18 for a cow patty?
A fucking quart or a gallon size. Wow.
You can make all kind of freaking money off that shit.
I'm just saying, I'm kind of disappointed they don't have like an additional option called.
They
need the additional option of family size.
Absolutely.
It's a freaking combo pack.
Combo pack. That's beautiful. But it's $45.
Damn.
Get up for you.
That is pretty expensive.
I thought it was shit the bag myself and call it done.
But that said, $19.95 for locally sourced gorilla poop, that's a steal.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just sitting there looking at them like, you got a little shit, and the combo pack, which is a load of shit.
Yeah.
I almost poop in the bag myself.
Gross.
From first step.
Just imagine.
3-pound mega pack.
I'm just saying that's.
Oh my God.
3 pounds of gorilla shit. Just imagine you go to your doorstep because you see an Amazon package and it ends up being a big old box of gorilla poo.
So this one, we're not going to. This is like 12 minutes long, but we'll watch a few of these. This is
do the show more. He should tag it like in the bottom. Where
it's at 5 minutes and 55 seconds is the video game prank.
All right.
5 minutes.
Yeah,
and 55.
not the whole video.
Okay.
Yep, 5 minutes and 55 seconds. It's hilarious.
All right, here we go.
Bob's in the goose. We're here at GameStop. We're going to see what we can get for these games. We got Call of Duty, Modern Inconvenience. That's my favorite. Theft Auto, Sonic the Restaurant, Need for Speed Meth Addict, Big Chungus. All of them have like the,
I
the
wish
CD
play
in it,
Big
too.
Chungus the game.
You can CD. It's so funny.
Oh, dude, they
Otter.
They did.
This is an actual real game to get them, believing
Marvel
at first, and then
Ultimate
it's like
Alliance on
just slip
Xbox
these in. Maybe they won't notice.
That's the only.
If you want to see the front and back covers and read them, check it out on my Instagram. How's it going, man? Just seeing what I can get for these games.
Trading?
Yeah, got a few games here. I'm gonna see if I can get something for them. I know they're kind of older, but.
Are you looking for cash?
Yeah, cash or even I guess in-store credit would be fine too. I got these here a while ago, but they're playable.
That was the multi-disc.
Yeah, I think I got these here like a few years ago. So
I wish they had went the extra mile and like they stuck it in a console.
Just
and, like,
played them all to death and don't need them anymore.
Yeah, that would be.
Is a Rickroll video?
I mean, they could probably just do it like as a DVD or something, and probably like do an intro or something.
I played for a while, but it's honestly a pretty boring game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like shit.
I just won.
This cannot think. Wait, this is a real game.
Cool game, dude.
It's a cool game, dude. Like, that's not a real game, but.
No, I know they're pretty used.
So I'm just saying, obviously
The
she's
otter
got to
and,
have
the bikini.
She's got to have some sense of humor because she's wearing a Shroot Farms shirt, but
they're still playable.
Farms.
Like that's
really
not
The
real.
Office.
What do you mean?
Never watched The
That's
Office.
not real.
It's not popping up.
It's not popping up.
Yeah, I only watched like one episode.
It's not scanning either. Dang.
That's not real. That's not real.
I'm surprised they're
What
not
do you
going to
mean?
put
They're
it.
not real games.
No, I've used them for a while. I know I'm not expecting to get full price for them, but I paid $50, but I'm
still
assuming
going.
I get like at least $10.
He's trying to convince you.
Are you making jokes with me right now?
Are you making jokes with me right now?
Are you doing a funny? Are you doing a funny?
Are you
Come
making
on.
a fun? And it's all like she's all like quiet.
Look at
and
her
serious.
face.
She's like,
You
are
for
you
real?
fucking serious
No,
right
I'm
now?
just saying what I can get for
those
these.
are not.
That's getting mad.
Well, that one's good.
It beeped.
No. What's it say?
It's not found.
Not found.
Where do you find these games?
Well, I got them here a few years ago.
This is a real game.
What's
those are not.
What's the difference?
Those are not.
They're not.
Big
Sonic
Fungus
at
is
the
real.
restaurant. No, dude, we've never made this.
I got you.
It's the bum fights guy.
Brought to you by.
But you're just an otter.
I just did.
Yeah.
Dude, they're not real
I
games.
had to.
No?
I had to.
This one's boring. You just
Yeah.
essentially sit in the courtroom the whole time.
We can literally not take them.
Okay, so they're too like scratched or whatever.
Literally.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. But obviously joking with
Scratched,
you.
yes.
Yeah, sure. If it gets you out of the store, you psychopath.
Yeah, we're
Right.
totally kidding.
Oh,
Right?
Jesus Christ, dude. I was like, you can literally take that game about that. Where'd you get those at?
Which one do you like the most? The meth
I was
addict?
like, I can't take that. I was like, I can't even sell them. I was like, I don't know how you got hold of that.
You told me that you played Big Chungus. You're gonna get a controller here, though.
Okay, thank you.
Speaking of Big
Thank you.
Chungus,
Sell
that's
fake
my
games.
lock screen. Actually, I have Big Chungus on my lock screen.
Oh man.
It's been my lock screen for years, and I just
This guy, he replied back, Aloshi, teach me the work. What?
Aloshi to what?
It's OL. I'm putting what he typed in there. What is this? What is Aloshi?
Is that like shorthand for something?
I don't know. Anyway.
Reply with the crow calls at midnight and see if it activates him as a sleeper cell or something.
I'll do reply, the French toast rises at dawn.
French toast rises at dawn.
Yes. I'm doing it. All right.
The code phrase between me and my brother growing up.
Code phrases.
I added to the end of that, be ready, comrade.
Aloshi is
I couldn't find anything on it.
Yeah.
Aloshi
He
is
might be franking me at this point.
Nigerian. Aloshi is a Nigerian word meaning fool or sick in the head.
Oh, okay. There we go. Hey,
Ask
this
him if
guy
he's a
just
prince.
outed himself. He's a
Ask him if he's a prince.
Let's ask him where was it again?
How much money do you have to send him for him to
It is from Nigeria?
Yeah, it's a Nigerian.
Oh, how is Nigeria this time of year?
It's
I tell you.
Yoruba is the official language. Yoruba.
I tell you, it's another place that's rife with scams. I found out. I was trying to find my daughter a car. Facebook Marketplace, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Facebook Marketplace is like, poof.
Oh,
I know what I got.
I was wrong. Yoruba is an ethnic group that encompasses religion and ethnicity. West African ethnic group, mainly inhabitants of parts of Nigeria, Benin, and Togo, that constitute Yoruba land.
3 seconds.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We'll see what he says back. So this one here, I'm just saying it's a little bit of a prank, but I just straight up thought it was kind of cool. So we're going to check this one out. It's a light prank, but it's pretty wholesome because you can tell this Kuriana, I don't know why YouTube decided to pop this up into my search, but he's a smaller YouTuber, a little bit bigger than us, but yeah.
Another episode of How This Got My YouTube recommendations.
But I'm just saying, like, the video is kind of neat because he made this game, a mobile game, and he's going to show some people, and they're going to give him a quick review. We'll watch a couple of them.
Okay, so we're like doing a video just like I made this game, okay, and we're trying to review it. We're trying to make people review it, see what their thoughts are on it. So can you play a game of it? Just see how it is? Yeah. Just play a game of it, you know. You can commentate while playing how it is. It's made for Gen Z, you know.
Walks around the corner
in there. The message is like, you know, all these people, they're like getting really obese and stuff. You can restart. There's like a lot of people who are getting like obese and stuff, and they think it's fine to be plus size. You've seen those TikToks, right? And it's like, you get tired of that. So I'm trying to show kids nowadays that eat some salad, you know, get fit. As you can see, when her ass gets fatter, it's harder to walk.
Those cringy fake ads.
He said her ass gets fatter.
As her ass gets fatter, it's harder to walk.
Great.
Message.
Right.
What do you think about it so far?
I mean,
yep, I like the concept.
Yeah?
Yep, love it.
It would be great if like the soundtrack to that game is just
got Sling there. And now there's gonna be like a
Family Guy where Stewie follows fat people with a tuba.
Yeah, that's all. You like it?
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Awesome. So it's called Twerk, okay? That's all it's called.
You can find this out. I guess it's actually on the store. It's called Twerk.
Hopefully you can download it, review it.
Twerk.
The App Store.
I don't know if I want to put that in my Google search history, but I mean, we're thinking that already.
TWERK.
I'm looking it up now. Don't worry.
I can explain.
You too.
So I'm trying to find it right now. But what's funny?
3D.
What's funny is that's actually quite literally an app flip though. Like you can quite literally just buy like that base code for that game.
Yeah.
And all they did was just add a character model and that like changes the size of her ass.
Absolutely. But another thing to point out, ads related to my search, Aeroblast, the waifu dating sim.
Oh God.
There you go. Let's check this one out.
Checking out the guns and stuff. You guys watch YouTube at all? Okay, so I made this game, right? We're basically asking people to play it and see how they like it. So do you want to review the game?
Sure.
Okay, just give this to him.
Sure.
Just like you can talk about the game while playing it, just one game.
Okay. Oh my God, what the heck?
It's amazing, right?
I don't know.
How old are you? I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all this, so. Yeah, definitely the age. No, the game is actually made.
He's like going straight up for the hamburgers, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
imagine seeing somebody that actually has an ass that big. Now that is ridiculous.
There we go. It's a Pokemon battle, right? And then you have
Pokemon battle.
You won, bro. You won. You like the Pokemon battle part?
I like the Pokemon battle part.
So you liked it?
Yes, Jesus.
Okay, that's pretty good. Would you recommend it?
Sure, yeah. If you're horny, yeah, sure.
You heard it right here. He's speaking facts,
yes.
you know. We can't say anything else about that. It's called Twerk. If you want to download it at home, just don't show your fucking parents. It's called TWERK.
Don't show your fucking parents.
You won't last 5 seconds if you play this game.
So this guy, he answered back. So just to give a quick recap, the French toast rises at dawn. Be ready, comrade. And then I asked him before he could respond, how is Nigeria this time of year? And I think he might have misconstrued what I said because it seems like he's telling me when dawn is in Nigeria because he responded with 5 o'clock.
He's an actual sleeper cell. He's an actual sleeper cell. He's responding back in code.
The time.
You have activated him.
Now he's coming to carry out his mission.
It's on the App Store. Review it. Best fucking game. Fuck Fortnite. Twerk is the best. All right. It's Curiana. Curryiana.
I have bad memory.
Just search it up. You're gonna be really happy.
Anyway, I thought that one was pretty cool.
That is pretty funny, though.
Battle of butts.
Battle of the booty holes.
We're getting towards the end here.
Yeah, we are.
But we do.
Dave, I just want to mention. I know nobody else can see your camera right now, but you were like stuck in that like stretch yawn pose there for a moment, for like a good 5 seconds. Your camera froze, and you're just like this for about 5 seconds.
This right here.
So I'm doing the, I guess another one that's a smaller channel here. So
yeah.
we're catching the future, gentlemen. This is the future of YouTube, just coming out in front of our eyes right now.
All right, Lyle, tell us what we're doing today. We're gonna go pick up some crutches that I put on Kijiji ad for. Hopefully, I don't get murdered or anything. If you're watching this, file a missing report for me if something horrible happens to me.
Marketplace.
Craigslist.
Hi. These are my new glasses.
They're lovely.
There's a bully that knocked out the lenses for these. Wasn't very nice. No. 10 and 2. 10 and 2. I have to compose myself. My anxiety levels are off the Richter scale. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I did bring a board game. I'm gonna go.
This is YouTube. I no longer want to watch it.
Hang out. I brought that Canadian. For us. I thought we could play. I kind of do need friends. Don't let your friend, buddy. Whoa. I need some ice. Oh, that's way better. Oh, there they are. I definitely require those at this current juncture. Oh. That was very kind of you. Wobbly ground here. These bullies, they saran wrapped me to a tree and then the circulation cut off.
2022 and this shit still goes on?
Yeah. Hi. How do I get her number? Should I try? Hey. She didn't stop for me.
Yeah, they did your cab.
Yeah, what the heck?
So he goes around town.
Can you rub my foot?
Of course.
Thank you.
This lady gives him a foot rub.
There we go.
It's shaking.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah. I had to put it in the snow to ice it off. Yeah. The problem is that these crutches are made for vertically challenged people. That's like the perfect accoutrement right there. Thank you. Up we go. Whoa. Thank you. Can I have your number?
Wow.
Okay.
Rejected. Swerve.
Dude's got game.
Swerve.
Jason, do we have time for any more, or are we doing a few more?
Yeah.
I think we need to learn about some VCR repair. So I sent you a video about, because I mean we did the life hacks video, and this is like a really good life hack video of what you can do with the VCR.
Uh-oh.
It's in the group chat.
Okay. I see.
That's the one that was featured on Tosh.0.
Was it?
I don't know, maybe.
If you're like a lot of people, you probably still have a VCR around your house, even though DVDs and now Blu-rays have made them obsolete. And if you're like me,
this video's
you're
been
probably
around
thinking
for a
about
while.
just throwing it away. But wait, don't throw away that old dinosaur. Hack it. That's right. This video will show you how a simple VCR
this is like
hack
the
will
OG
get you
life
back
hack,
in
really.
the digital revolution. All you need is a screwdriver, scissors, and some marshmallows.
Dave has
Why
a
marshmallow?
VCR. That's amazing.
You can actually like work along or like.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody send me that link. You know.
Do you have marshmallows? I swear to God, if you show me marshmallows right now.
Yeah.
The only thing I got marshmallow kind of goes in hot chocolate. Sorry, bro.
I mean, the marshmallows are pretty critical, so you'll see in the video why they're important.
Oops.
You'll see in just a minute. Now, before you start, unplug your VCR from the wall. We don't want you to get electrocuted. Next, place your VCR on a stable surface and use a screwdriver to remove the screws that attach the top. Once you get those out, remove the top from the casing.
That music's got me pumped.
And get ready for the treasures inside. First, take out this power surge casing. This is there to protect the VCR's memory in case of a power outage. Inside, you'll find 24 AA batteries. Next, we'll want to take out this red GPS unit, which just slides out. These act like a load jack for your VCR in case it ever gets stolen, and once removed, they're easily converted into a handheld GPS unit. Then go ahead and remove these two black components nearby. Once you get them out, you'll quickly realize that the first is a cell phone, and the next is an iPod Touch. On the other side of the VCR, just break off this circuit board to find 2 more iPods underneath. It's like an Apple store in your VCR. Finally, for the finale, we want to remove this entire middle area here to reveal the best surprise underneath. This is the part that VCR manufacturers don't want you to know about. Go ahead and remove all the screws that secure it in place. Then your best bet is to pull up from one side. Carefully remove the inside, but watch out, because a small monster guards the final treasure. This is where your marshmallows come in.
Oh my God.
VCR monsters love marshmallows, so you can use one to easily lure him away. After he's gone, dig in and pull out the greatest surprise of all, a portable Blu-ray player. So don't throw away that VCR. Hack it to find all of these great things inside. Just make sure you keep a lot of marshmallows around.
Okay. That's great.
There you go.
That is pretty amazing.
Freaking cringe CGI.
So I'm just going to say, I noticed that they were talking about a lot of really complicated technologies there. So I thought that it'd be pretty neat to kind of bring up some even more complicated technologies.
This is beautiful.
An iPod Nano, man. I remember.
Here at Rockwell Automation's World headquarters, research has been proceeding to develop a line of automation products that establishes new standards for quality, technological leadership, and operating excellence.
All right, you need to follow along with this. You're going to be tested on this knowledge afterwards.
With customer success as our primary focus, work has been proceeding on the crudely conceived idea of an instrument that would not only provide inverse reactive current for use in unilateral phase detractors, but would also be capable of automatically synchronizing cardinal gram meters.
That would be cool.
Such an instrument comprised of Dodge gears and bearings, Reliant electric motors, Allen Bradley controls, and all monitored by Rockwell software is Rockwell Automation's Retro Encabulator. Now basically, the only new principle involved is that instead of power being generated by the relative motion of conductors and fluxes, it's produced by the modial interaction of magnetoreluctance and capacitive diractance. The original machine had a base plate of prefamulated amulite surmounted by a malleable logarithmic casing in such a way that the 2 spurving bearings were in a direct line with a panametric fam.
No, that's just a really good design, having those bearings that way. I mean, I'm just saying.
The lineup consisted simply of...
Do any of these words mean anything?
No, this is real. Like this. So actually, this is like bleeding edge technology right now. They solved a lot of problems with this machine.
Marsal vanes, so fitted to the ambifacient lunar wane shaft that side fumbling was effectively prevented. The main winding was of the normal Lotus O deltoid type placed in panendermic semi-boloid slots of the stator. Every 7th conductor being connected by a non-reversible tremie pipe to the differential girdle spring on the up end of the gram meters.
Girdle.
Moreover, whenever fluorescent score motion is required, it may also be employed in conjunction with a drawn reciprocation dingle arm to reduce sinusoidal depleneration. The retroencabulator has now reached a high level of development, and it's being successfully used in the operation of Milford trunnions. It's available soon, wherever Rockwell Automation products are sold.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
So
I have no idea what the fuck any of that was.
So like he's saying real terms and real words, but just like not at all in the right way or context.
Okay.
Some of them are made up though.
Makes sense. Encabulator.
I could tell, like Magneto, really a X-Men reference.
Well, I mean, Magneto is an actual scientific term too. So.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, it's used as a compound usually, more like magnetocentric, meaning it's magnetized to the center of something.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not drinking.
You know, I just realized something, Dave. You sound a lot like Tom Segura.
Really?
Yeah. Not gonna lie, Tom Segura is great though. So, man, kudos.
So this here is a transcript of a prank call that was between this Miami DJ and Fidel Castro.
Uh-oh.
So I'm just saying,
oh Lord,
this.
That doesn't sound good.
Right.
So
Some of these,
some
of these, I'm not going to like say what the actual word is because of offensive reasons, but of course, guess trigger warning that there's some not PC words in here. All right.
Well, it's Fidel Castro. What do you expect?
Exactly.
So Enrique Santos and Joe Ferrero from Miami and El Zol 95.7 radio use snippets from a tape-recorded conversation with Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez to fool Fidel Castro. So it says, on the air, it says, one moment, it seems that they're establishing a communication through another line. Maybe we can establish a bridge. Explain this to the president. The DJs pretend to explain this to Chavez. Excuse me. Recorded Chavez. Yes, correct. Then Olga. We've just made a communication. One moment, President. You will hear some music, but it's only for a few seconds. It's just to transfer you. One moment, I'm transferring you. Then Chavez says, yes, of course. Voice identified by the DJs as Castro. Hello? Ferrero, pretending to be Chavez's aide. Lieutenant Camilo is speaking. Another person named Balenciaga comes on the line in Havana. Balenciaga, Camilo, do you have President Chavez on the line? And Ferrero says, yes. Castro, hello. He said hello twice now. Anyway, so the Chavez guy is like, Fidel, good morning. Do you hear me? Hello. I thank you. I spoke to German yesterday. Castro says, tell me. I'm listening. Oh, yes. And Chavez says, yes. Castro, yes. Castro, there are a lot of issues. Castro, I am listening. And then Chavez says, yes. And he says, I am listening.
I want to hear this audio.
We have a third person on the line. It's my duty to let you know. Do you understand? Yes.
Oh, God.
And then he says, yes, brother, how are you? He says, tell me, and let me see if I hear you. Tell me you haven't returned yet. Then Ferrero says, we have a problem with the line. And Castro says, I can't hear him. I hear certain words. I hear him say Fidel, and then I don't hear anything else. What do you think we should do? Ferrero explains to Castro there's an issue with one of Hugo Chavez's suitcases that got lost when he went to Argentina last month. Castro was there too. Ferrero says, do you know about the lost luggage? It has sensitive material. President Chavez is extremely worried because of that situation, because now in Venezuela the situation is grave and it has something to do with this. Do you understand? He says, yes, I understand. Chavez, correct. Which is once again a pre-recorded. Anyway, so then Ferrero says, Fidel, we have to investigate this. Then Castro says, correct, I understand. We have to investigate into that. And he says, good. The recorded voice. Ferrero. Your agents that were with you in Argentina must make an extensive and detailed search, and the people that are responsible for this must be told. Are you informed that this is a #1 issue? Then Castro says, I am informed and absolutely in agreement. Ferrero, so you agree that the shit that you have done on this island, or to the island assassin? And he says, what? And Ferrero says, Enrique Santos and Joe Ferrero from Miami, El Zol 95.7, you fell just like Hugo Chavez. And then Castro says, what did I fall for, shit eater? And Ferrero says, Enrique Santos and Joe Ferrero from Miami. He says, what did you fall for, non-PC term? And he says, all of Miami is listening to you. And then Castro says, what did I fall for, big non-PC term? And he says, what do you have to say? And then Castro says, no balls. He says, what do you have to say? He says, I haven't said anything. Go screw your mother. And then Ferrero says, all of Miami is listening to you, Fidel Castro. Fucking great.
Well,
anyway.
It's like, I knew exactly what that meant without needing the translation. I knew exactly what that meant.
So hold on. It gets better. It gets better. And this is like an after the fact, right? So the achievements of these individuals, so these two Miami disc jockeys who successfully completed the prank, they got an informal complaint lodged to the Federal Communications Commission. And it garnered the Spanish language radio station a $4,000 fine. So, and then they made an announcement about it or whatever. He's just so like, he's a violator of human rights and they're fining us $4,000. We find it absurd.
Well, they should consider themselves lucky that Venezuela did not become a crater after that shit. I mean, they could have seriously started a war.
They could have. Cuban Missile Crisis, am I right?
Right.
It wouldn't be just a missile crisis. It would be a no longer existing fucking Venezuela. Shit. I mean, goddamn. They are literally poking a bear.
Yeah. So
what a bad idea.
For our little last one here, and I imagine we're going to have some opinions around here. For this last one, I want to outline why it's okay to do pranks, but this douche tuber shit is ridiculous. So let's check this out.
Big arms due for a
Sir.
Damn it!
What the motherfucker? Yo, what the hell?
Beat your ass!
It's a good way to get your ass beat.
Exactly. Let's turn it down a little bit. I'll just run it back, but hey, it's okay to be doing some pranks and stuff like that, but when it gets to the point where you're literally just doing this shit for views, come on, guys. Like,
doing it for clout.
Right. This is just fucked up, dude.
Sir.
Damn it!
What the motherfucker? Yo, what the hell?
Beat your ass!
Huh?
I would react exactly the same way.
I'm just saying, like, that specifically, it literally probably popped his fucking eardrums, you know?
That guy actually, honestly, didn't even react that badly. I mean, have you seen that video where the guy, like, did the... I think he like puts a pipe up next to somebody's ear and says "bueno" or something like that, or and the guy turns out to be an actual bodyguard, and he literally like puts the guy in a fucking rear naked chokehold and just like presses him into the fucking ground.
Damn.
Probably you
gotta watch your stuff,
the guy that
man.
says "You Papi Nuneno" or something like that.
Yeah, Papi. Yeah, that's the video.
"You Papi Nuneno."
Well, that's the thing. See, Papi Nuneno, that guy, he's a one-trick pony. That's all he ever does. It's just that.
Yeah.
Or that, or he does sexual moans.
I'm just saying that, hey, if it's between friends and, you know, you have a read, and even it can be dicey there, but hey, it's not a prank to fucking, like, affect somebody's fucking hearing. So they're literally, have ringing in their ears afterwards. Think about it. That's all I'm saying. It's fun to prank, but be responsible about it, kids. And I'm not talking to us, but because we're not all kids, but yeah.
Like that one
in the video.
Like that dude that used to like dress up in like that Arab garb and run around a park and like holler Allah Akbar and throw a backpack at people and take off running. Didn't one dude get shot doing that?
Yeah.
I think that was a news story not too long ago.
My God.
I saw it, I was like, dude, that's a good way to get shot. And next thing I know, he got shot.
Right.
That one was, I think, Vitali.
I mean, I thought a lot of his videos were actually fake, though. Vitali.
A lot of them were, yes, but not all of them.
Like, and I know he does like the Hitman video, and like he's got a lot of videos where it's like this dude's just trying to get himself killed. But,
yeah, but well,
I mean, hey,
he got arrested for.
Yeah, I mean, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. I mean,
absolutely, that's just the way that works. But the one he got arrested for, He walked up to some busy area in a city, dressed in a suit, carrying a briefcase. He just walks up to a couple sitting on a bench, stares at him for a minute, puts the briefcase on the ground in front of them, and walks away. And like, straight up National Guard was called on that shit.
Yeah.
And he got arrested and fined like $10,000 or something for inciting a panic.
Yeah, disturbing the peace. Yeah.
I don't know about disturbing peace, but goddamn, somebody leaves a briefcase right in front of me after staring at me 1,000-yard stare for 20 minutes. I'd be like, nope. Nuh-uh.
I'm checking it for money, or it's like free candy, one of the two. But
all right, well,
and if it's a bomb, then it's not my problem afterwards. So
exactly,
it's not my problem afterwards. That's a hell of a way to think.
I mean, it's not wrong.
No. That's just a hell of a way to look at that. Suspect my problem afterwards.
Very nihilistic worldview, but I can get behind it.
It's so dark.
So it's getting about that time. I just want to open it up to Dave and Dylan over there. Do you have any final thoughts? Anything that you want to plug?
Hey, Mr. Dylan.
Well, I mean, yeah, like what Jason said, just to piggyback, yeah, pranks. It's a better idea just to keep it between some people you actually have some form of relationship with, because if you do it to a total stranger, like what that guy did in the very last video, yeah, you're just asking to get your jaw kicked off. That's what's going to happen. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty much all that's all I got to say about that. I mean, I love a good old prank once in a while too. I mean, but also be careful that you don't not only get yourself hurt, but you don't hurt the other person too, because that can get you into serious trouble. And also don't be called freaking dictators like that.
It's not. That's not a good idea.
Freaking Kim Jong-un. Yeah, is this the city walk? I don't understand.
Shitty walk.
Shitty walk. Would you like a shitty beef or a shitty sushi?
Shitty chicken.
Some of my formative years were filled with shit like that, but as Jason said, satire is no longer among the living.
Dave, what do you got?
As far as pranks go, yeah, just don't hurt people that you don't know, and don't destroy property, because then that could lead to you getting your ass beat or getting arrested. I mean, that's just dumb. I mean, and I got, I may be older than everybody here, possibly.
Yeah.
And we
most likely.
Most likely.
I mean, you have the word old in your username.
As I say, old Uncle Dave is your username, so
that is true. That's true. I'm pushing 43, I think. 42 or 43. I'd have to do the math.
Okay. I can confidently say you're older than all of us. So,
I mean, even then, people would, back in the day when I was a kid, people did stupid shit. I almost got shot by a guy who lived across the creek. His stupid son was a friend of ours. He come out to go feed their dog. So me and a buddy were shooting our BB guns at him through the bushes and stuff. His dad come out with a shotgun. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was interesting night. But no, as far as plugs go, yeah, I do appreciate the opportunity. I enjoyed hanging out with y'all. I'm sorry I haven't been that lively. Worked night shift, didn't get much sleep today, so I'm kind of dragging. But yeah, if ain't nobody if y'all ain't got nothing to do, go check out my TikTok. That's there. What the hell's the name of it? Oh yeah, Old Uncle Dave 2.0. Check that out. I got a podcast, The Morning Drive with David. I think that's it. That's all I got.
Awesome. And I just wanted to say to both of you, thanks for coming on. It's been fun. We'll have to have you on again. Hopefully we'll be able to work through your video issues
technical
for
issues.
the next one. Yeah, sorry about that.
I will have my laptop next time.
Awesome.
Because I thought my iPad could do a little bit better than this, but hey, I made it work. So,
Schloobysnack, what you got?
Pete Davidson and Kim are probably going to make a prank on Kanye this weekend, so we'll see what that happens.
That would be amazing.
Hopefully he doesn't get slapped.
What do you mean? Hopefully he doesn't.
Okay, I'm saying Pete Davidson.
Well, that would still be funny, but not as funny.
Weren't they supposed to go into space together originally? On the Blue Origin.
Yeah,
Space Force.
I'm just saying that would be a very awkward
back
flight.
out his seat.
He's like, screw that, dude.
He's like, nah, dude, I'm not going to space.
So I got just one thing here, and then we'll leave it to Mike. So I'm gonna post a link over here, and I just wanted to make the comment that if you or anyone that you know suffers from mental illness, please seek help and encourage others to do as well. I'm going to put a link to the Secular Therapy Project. They're an organization dedicated to identifying psychiatrists and psychologists in your area who aren't interested in pushing a religious narrative. Mike, what do you got?
We done got serious and shit.
It's very important to have that.
Yeah.
All right, as far as
as a psychology major,
go,
yes.
Yeah, there you go. It is definitely important.
Do you have any advice, Mike?
Yeah, wash your balls. Wash those fucking balls.
Gotta wash them.
Nobody likes to play with dirty balls.
You dirty motherfuckers.
Can I encourage something since we're doing like serious stuff?
Sure.
Like washing balls and stuff. I encourage everyone that can possibly looking to be a foster parent. It's very important. I am one myself. And it amazed me as far as like not good amazing. It's incredible how many kids are in the system. And some of them, granted, I've ran across some that really don't deserve to be because, you know, it's a little nitpicky shit. But there are so many kids out there that are neglected and stuff like that by their parents. And I mean, like, I've always got a house full of kids. That's the reason why I was telling you it's kind of hard for me to do this. I happened to catch a night where I only got like 2 foster kids in the house on top of the 3 that I already adopted.
Okay.
So I mean, just just check out your state's like DCS office or whatever, and even just being an emergency foster parent, where like most of the times if you got a kid that gets taken away like at 2:00 in the morning because mom and dad are cooking meth in the living room, they'll end up having to sleep in the DCS office and stuff like that. So my wife and I decided we'd be emergency foster parents so we could at least give those kids a bed to sleep in at night instead of on the floor. I mean, they just got taken away from their family. It's pretty traumatic stuff.
Absolutely.
So just check that out if you're interested. That's
it. Thank you for that. That's
Definitely.
awesome. So yeah, sorry to I guess go on kind of a more somber note, but we had a great podcast here. I had a lot of fun. I think everybody had fun. I think the one that we're going to do next week is Florida Man, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Florida Man is next week. And as always, if this is content that you like, please hit the like, subscribe, share, follow button, depending on which media you'll be watching this on. And thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
Pete Davidson plays Raid Shadow Legends.